My fiancée said, I need to find myself. I replied, find yourself a new place to live. Then I ended the lease, took back the keys, disappeared, and I smiled when finding herself meant sleeping on couches. Hey Reddit, I need to find myself. Those 5 words came out of her mouth on a Tuesday evening while I was heating up leftover pasta. She said it like she was ordering coffee. Casual. Expected me to nod and understand. I turned off the stove. What does that mean exactly? She looked at me with those eyes that used to make me feel like the only person in the world. Now they just look distant. Empty. I think we need a break. I need space to figure out who I am outside of this. Our 3-year relationship. Our engagement. Our life. I'm 33. She's 31. We'd been living together for 2 years in a decent 2-bedroom apartment in the city. The lease was in my name only, something I'd set up before she moved in because her credit was recovering from some college debt issues. She contributed to rent, sure, but legally speaking, this was my place. How long of a break are we talking about? She shifted her weight, arms crossed. I don't know. A few weeks? Maybe a month? I need to figure things out. Figure what out? Me. Us. Everything. I stood there holding a wooden spoon, marinara sauce cooling in the pan, and something clicked in my head. Not anger. Not sadness. Just clarity. Okay, I said. I understand. Her shoulders relaxed. She actually smiled a little, like I'd just agreed to let her borrow my car. Really? You're okay with this? Yeah, I said, setting the spoon down carefully. You need to find yourself. I get it. But you're going to need to find yourself somewhere else. The smile died. What? You heard me. If you need space, you can have all the space you want. But not in my apartment. Are you serious right now? I'd never been more serious in my life. Completely. You want a break from us? Fine. But I'm not going to sit here and pay rent while you figure things out and keep your stuff in my closet. You want out? Get out. Where am I supposed to go? That's part of finding yourself, isn't it? Figuring things out. Her face went through about 15 different emotions in 5 seconds. Shock, anger, disbelief. Then something I hadn't seen before, panic. You can't just kick me out. Actually, I can. The lease is in my name. You're not a tenant. Legally, you're a guest. I'd looked this up 6 months ago during a different argument. Call it paranoia or preparation, but I'd wanted to know where I stood. You're being insane. No, I said, voice steady. I'm being practical. You want to break up with me but still live in my place. That's insane. You can stay tonight, pack your things tomorrow, and be out by Friday. That's 3 days. That's generous. She stared at me like I'd grown a second head. Maybe I had. Maybe this version of me had always been there, just waiting for the right moment to show up. I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you thought I'd be okay with this arrangement. She grabbed her phone and stormed into the bedroom. I heard her on the phone immediately, voice high and frantic, probably calling her best friend, Christina. I went back to the stove, dumped the pasta into the sauce, and ate dinner alone at the kitchen table. It tasted pretty good, actually. The next morning, I woke up before her. She'd slept on the couch, or tried to. I could see her through the bedroom door, curled up under a throw blanket that was way too small, phone still in her hand. I got ready for work like normal. Showered, dressed, made coffee. She woke up when the coffee maker beeped. We need to talk, she said, voice rough from sleep. We talked last night. You can't seriously expect me to move out in 3 days. 2 days now. You slept through 1. This isn't funny. I poured coffee into my travel mug. I'm not laughing. Where am I supposed to go? Do you even care? That question hung in the air between us. Did I care? 6 months ago I would have. 6 months ago, I would have done anything for her. But 6 months ago was before she started coming home late without explanation. Before she started being too tired for date nights. Before she stopped looking at me the way she used to. You have friends, I said. You have family. You'll figure it out. My parents live 4 hours away. Then call your friends. I can't just impose on them. But you can impose on me? She didn't have an answer for that. I grabbed my keys and headed for the door. She followed me, still in her pajamas. We've been together for 3 years. We're engaged. I stopped at the door. We were engaged. You can keep the ring or sell it. I don't care. But you're right. You need to find yourself. And I need to find someone who actually wants to be with me. I never said I didn't want to be with you. You said you needed a break. Same thing. It's not. Then what is it? Explain it to me. Because from where I'm standing, you want all the benefits of having a boyfriend, a place to live, someone to split bills with, emotional support when you need it, without actually committing to being in a relationship. That's not a break. That's having your cake and eating it too. Her mouth opened and closed. No sound came out. That's what I thought, I said. Friday. Be out by Friday. I went to work. My job is in IT support for a mid-sized company. Nothing glamorous, but it pays well and I'm good at it. That day, I couldn't focus for shit. My manager noticed. You okay, man? You seem off. Just dealing with some personal stuff. Girlfriend problems? Ex-girlfriend problems. He nodded knowingly. Say no more. Take the afternoon if you need it. I didn't take the afternoon. I needed the distraction. But I did spend my lunch break making calls. First call, the landlord. I explained the situation, vaguely, professionally. I wanted to know my options for ending the lease early if needed. You've got 4 months left on your current lease, he said. But I've got someone interested in the unit for next month if you're willing to be out by the 15th. I'll waive the early termination fee if you leave it in good condition. The 15th. 2.5 weeks away. I'll think about it, I said. But I already knew what I was going to do. Second call, my buddy Marcus. We'd known each other since college. He had a spare room in his house about 20 minutes outside the city. How long are we talking, he asked. Maybe a month or 2 while I find a new place. Dude, stay as long as you need. Rent's cheap, and I could use the company. My roommate just moved out to live with his girlfriend. Ironic. I'll take it, I said. Third call, my sister. She said she needs to find herself? My sister repeated, voice dripping with disdain. What is she? A character in an indie movie. Apparently. And you told her to get out? Yep. Good. About time you grew a spine. My sister never liked her. I'd always thought it was just typical sibling overprotectiveness, but now I wondered if she'd seen something I'd missed. I'm ending the lease too, I said. Silence. Seriously? Yeah. I'm going to stay with Marcus for a bit, find a new place. Fresh start. Holy shit. You're really doing this. I really am. I'm proud of you, she said, and I could hear the smile in her voice. Most guys would just roll over and take it. Not this guy. Not anymore. When I got home that evening, the apartment looked like a bomb had gone off. Her stuff was everywhere. Clothes on the floor, boxes half-packed, drawers pulled open and emptied. She was sitting on the couch, phone in hand, eyes red. I've been calling people all day, she said. Nobody has room. That's unfortunate. Christina said I could stay with her, but her lease doesn't allow long-term guests. Her landlord is strict about it. A week, maybe. That's it. Better than nothing. This is insane. You're really going to make me homeless. You're not homeless. You have options. You just don't like them. My parents live 4 hours away. You mentioned that. She stood up, walked over to me. Her eyes were pleading now. This was the look that used to work. The look that made me want to fix everything for her. Please, she said. Can we just talk about this? Really talk. What's there to talk about? Us. Our relationship. I didn't mean. You meant exactly what you said. You need to find yourself. So go find yourself. But you're not doing it on my couch. Why are you being so cold? That question stopped me. Was I being cold? Maybe. But after 3 years of trying to make someone happy who clearly wasn't happy with me, maybe cold was what I needed to be. I'm not being cold, I said. I'm being realistic. You want something I can't give you. Or maybe you want something I'm not. Either way, this isn't working, and I'm not going to pretend it is. We can fix this. No, I said. We can't. Because I don't want to. That was the truth I'd been avoiding. It wasn't just about her wanting a break. It was about me realizing I didn't want to fight for someone who wasn't fighting for me. You don't mean that. I really do. She broke down then. Real tears. Shoulders shaking. The whole thing. And I felt nothing. Not satisfaction. Not sadness. Just tired. Friday, I said again. Be out by Friday. I went into the bedroom and closed the door. Thursday morning, I called the landlord back. I'll take the offer, I said. I'll be out by the 15th. Great. I'll draw up the paperwork. One more thing. Can you be here tomorrow around 6? I need you to do a walkthrough and confirm that I'm returning the keys. Sure, no problem. Friday came faster than I expected. She'd been packing slowly, dragging her feet, probably hoping I'd change my mind. She hadn't said more than 10 words to me since Wednesday night. At 5:30, I started moving my own stuff into my car. My clothes, my laptop, my important documents. I'd already moved most of my valuables to Marcus's place the night before, my gaming console, my good headphones, my collection of vinyl records. She watched me from the couch, boxes of her stuff stacked around her. Where are you going? Out. You're leaving too? I'm ending the lease. I told the landlord I'd be out by the 15th. I'm just getting a head start. Her face went pale. What? You heard me. You're ending the lease? But where are you going to live? That's none of your concern. So you're just leaving? Disappearing? Yep. What about the apartment? What about it? You'll be gone by tonight. I'll be gone by next week. The landlord has new tenants lined up. I can't believe this. At 6 o'clock exactly, the landlord knocked on the door. I let him in. Everything looks good, he said, walking through the rooms. You've kept it in great shape. Thanks. He handed me some paperwork. I signed where indicated. He gave me a copy. Keys. I handed them over. Both sets. Mine and the spare I'd given her when she moved in. Wait, she said, standing up. He's giving you my keys too? They're not your keys, I said. They're mine. I'm just taking them back. But I still need to. You need to leave, the landlord said, not unkindly. The lease is terminated. You're no longer authorized to be here. She looked between us, panic setting in. I haven't finished packing. Then I suggest you finish quickly, he said. I'm doing a final walkthrough at 8. If there's anything left here after that, it'll be disposed of. You can't do that. Actually, I can. This is private property, and you're no longer a resident. I grabbed my last bag and headed for the door. Wait, she called after me. Where are you going? How do I reach you? You don't, I said. Good luck finding yourself. And I walked out. The next few weeks were some of the best I'd had in years. Marcus's place was comfortable. We fell into an easy routine, taking turns cooking, watching movies, playing video games until stupid hours of the morning. It felt like college again, but better. No drama. No walking on eggshells. Just two guys living their lives. My phone blew up for the first 3 days. Calls, texts, voicemails. All from her. Please call me back. We need to talk. I'm sorry. Can we please just talk? You're being childish. I'm staying at Christina's, but I can't stay long. Please. I miss you. Why are you doing this? I didn't respond to any of them. After day 4, they stopped. 2 weeks later, I found a new place. A 1-bedroom apartment in a different part of the city, closer to work. Smaller than the old place, but it was mine. Just mine. I signed the lease and moved in that weekend. Marcus helped me move. You seem happier, he said, carrying a box of books up the stairs. I am happier. Good. She wasn't right for you anyway. Why does everyone say that now? Why didn't anyone say it before? He shrugged. You wouldn't have listened. He was right. A month after everything went down, I ran into Christina at the grocery store. She saw me and immediately looked uncomfortable. Hey, she said. Hey. Awkward silence. How have you been? She asked. Good. Really good, actually. You. I'm okay. More silence. Look, she said finally. I know it's not my place, but she's been having a really hard time. That's unfortunate. She's been couch surfing, staying with different friends. She can't afford her own place yet. She'll figure it out. Christina frowned. You really don't care, do you? I thought about that question. Really thought about it. I don't wish her harm, I said. I hope she finds what she's looking for. But no, I don't care about her problems anymore. She made her choice. I made mine. She didn't think you'd actually kick her out. Then she didn't know me as well as she thought. She wants to talk to you. I don't want to talk to her. She's sorry. Good for her. Christina shook her head. You've changed. Yeah, I said. I have. For the better. I paid for my groceries and left. 3 months after the breakup, I got a message from an unknown number. I almost deleted it without reading, but curiosity got the better of me. I don't know if you'll see this, but I needed to say I'm sorry. You were right. About everything. I wasn't ready for what we had, and I took you for granted. I thought you'd always be there, and I could figure myself out while keeping you as a safety net. That was selfish. I know that now. I hope you're happy. You deserve to be. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I deleted it without responding. For months after everything ended, Marcus convinced me to try a dating app. Dude, you've been single long enough. Get back out there. I don't know if I'm ready. You're more ready than you think. He was right about that too. I matched with a woman named Qley. She was a teacher, loved hiking, had a great sense of humor. We talked for a week before meeting up for coffee. Coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into a second date. Then a third. Can I ask you something? She said one night over Thai food. Sure. You seem, I don't know, guarded? Like you're waiting for something bad to happen. I set down my fork. My last relationship ended badly. How badly? I gave her the abbreviated version. She listened without interrupting. Wow, she said when I finished. That's wow. Yeah. Can I tell you what I think? Go ahead. I think you did the right thing. Setting boundaries isn't cruel. It's necessary. And honestly, it sounds like she needed the wake-up call. Something in my chest loosened. I hadn't realized how much I'd been carrying. This worry that I'd been too harsh, too cold, too unforgiving. Thank you, I said. For what? For getting it. She smiled. I get it because I've been there. Different situation, but same lesson. You can't set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. That's a good line. It's from therapy. I go every other week. Highly recommend. I liked her. A lot. 6 months after the breakup, I saw her. I was at a bar with friends, celebrating someone's birthday. She walked in with a group of people I didn't recognize. She looked different, thinner, maybe, tired. Our eyes met across the room. She looked away first. Part of me expected her to come over, to try to talk. But she didn't. She stayed with her group, ordered a drink, laughed at someone's joke. And I felt nothing. No anger. No regret. No satisfaction. Just nothing. Later, as I was leaving, she was outside smoking a cigarette. I didn't even know she smoked. Hey, she said. Hey. You look good. Thanks. You too. Lies, but polite ones. I got your message, I said. The apology. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it. But nothing. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I am. I mean, I'm getting there. I moved back with my parents for a while. Saved up. I've got my own place now. It's small, but it's mine. That's good. I learned a lot, she said. About myself. About what I want. I'm glad. She looked at me like she wanted to say more. Like there were 1,000 conversations waiting behind her eyes. But I didn't want to have them. Take care of yourself, I said. You too. I walked away and didn't look back. It's been almost a year now. I'm still with Qley. We're taking things slow, but it's good. Really good. She met Marcus last month. They got along great. My sister approves, which is basically a miracle. I moved into a bigger apartment 3 months ago. 2 bedrooms, new building, great view. The lease is in my name. I'm not planning on adding anyone to it anytime soon. Sometimes I think about that night when she told me she needed to find herself. I think about the version of me who would have said, okay, sure, take all the time you need. Who would have let her stay in the apartment, keep her stuff in the closet, come and go as she pleased while I waited around like a faithful dog. That version of me is gone. And honestly, I don't miss him. People talk about finding yourself like it's this noble, necessary thing. Maybe it is. But here's what I learned. Sometimes finding yourself means losing everything you took for granted. Sometimes it means sleeping on couches and realizing the person you thought would always be there isn't obligated to wait around while you figure out your shit. She needed to find herself. Fair enough. But I found myself too. And the person I found was someone who knows his worth. Someone who doesn't settle. Someone who understands that love isn't about sacrifice. It's about partnership. She can keep searching for whatever it is she thinks she lost. Me? I already found what I was looking for.